Welcome and good morning to Let's Go Racing. I'm Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi, and we are officially back from summer break. We have a huge couple of days of racing right here at Parx, starting with Monday. It's Owners Appreciation Day, so our owners will be treated to a lunch, lots of great giveaways, a stakes race, then jump into that Tuesday, Smarty Jones Day, the Catherine Sophia, and a few other stakes.
Yeah, Smarty Jones and the Catherine Sophia, the preps, the local preps for the Pennsylvania Derby and the Cotillion, which will be on September 20th. So you may see some of those horses come back. Kenny McPeak has told me he's going to bring a horse for each race, and he might even bring himself, which would be very cool. He did tell me he's thinking about flying up that day from Kentucky. So be fun Monday, even more fun on Tuesday.
Yeah, so you're going to see lots of our best local horses right here on Parx, but a lot of really good ship-ins, because if you saw those nominations, lots of top trainers. So who knows who will pop up right here at Parx. But we had a big party last week at Equistar Farm.
Yeah, it was 8 days after the Hall of Fame induction. Rodney Eckenrode, who runs the show at Equistar down in Annville, PA, wanted to have a party to celebrate the Hall of Fame induction of Smarty Jones. So I went out there. I got out there about 12:45, and Danny, it was hard to find a parking place on the lawn next to the barn. You weren't getting anywhere near the barn. There was the thing right in front that said, "No, you're out. You're going to go over there." And I'd say there were several hundred people there, including Pat Chapman, Smarty's owner, Rodney, who was there, number of other people who I saw at the Hall of Fame. And 300 miles later, they found a way to get to Equistar Farm. They love Smarty Jones. Pat, it's been 8 days now since the ceremony. You're now 300 miles away here in Annville, PA. What has this last 8 days been like?
Oh, this is unbelievable to be here once again with a crowd of Smarty fans. You can't beat that. Great to be here.
And to be back at Equistar, and Smarty's going to be coming out shortly. This is the place you chose, and to be back here again to see your horse.
Oh, it's wonderful. I made a good decision. I stick with it. I made a good decision. This will be Smarty's forever home as long as Rodney and Sharon will take care of him. So he's in the best place. He looks as good as he's ever looked. He's as happy and healthy as he's ever been. So I'm really pleased.
The fact that all these people are here, Pat, what does that tell you?
That tells me a lot. And I was just talking to somebody from Florida, South Florida. I'm from Florida, but they flew up to see Smarty. Isn't that wonderful? So they're from all over here today. They found this place.
On Crooked Road, somehow.
30 Crooked Road in Annville, Pennsylvania. It's a wonderful day. And a beautiful day for this, isn't it?
Rodney, it's been 8 days since the Hall of Fame ceremony, and now here you have this party for your Smarty Jones. What do you think of this scene today here at your farm?
You know what, it's just amazing. I mean, this horse has done so much for racing, and the people that surround him, and it's, you know, we can't thank Mrs. Chapman enough for going the distance with this horse, for making him available to the public. And, you know, I'm forever grateful to be a small part of the journey. I mean, the horse means a lot to us, and it's an honor to have him here to share with the fans.
When you decided to have this open house, what kind of participation did you think you would get, and are you kind of amazed at what you're actually getting?
Well, you know, there's so many people that follow this horse that call. There's people here 2 and 3 days a week. I mean, during breeding season, I got to really juggle it to try and get them in here because, you know, that was one of the things that Mrs. Chapman wanted, is to have him available to the fans, and we do our very best to get him in and out of here.
The day it was announced that Smarty was going into the Hall of Fame is the same day Pat told you, look, this is his home forever for the rest of his life. What does that mean to you and your family?
Well, you know, we've talked before. I don't want to ever think about him not being here. He is such a unique horse, and you know, they talk about people finding those special horses along the way, and I think he's my horse that way because, you know, we're best friends. He's the first one to say hello in the morning and the last one to say, don't forget my treats when I leave. You know, I can be halfway down the aisleway and turn the water hose off, and he knows it's treat time. He starts talking to me.
We're going to have a lot more on Smarty Jones later in the show. And that morning, we breezed a bunch of horses. We went out to breakfast with trainer Roberto Rosado, who got to breeze Smarty Jones, doing a favor for Stuart Elliott at 5/8. And he told the groom, this is a good horse. Do not let go of this horse. And he turned out to be one fabulous horse.
Yeah, best horse in the history of the Commonwealth, Danny, one of the best in the 21st century, no question.
Well, more on Smarty after this, but we have some horse racing to get to right after this break on Let's Go Racing.
Balenzen Day with a huge surge on the outside.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw. I'm tapped in, I'm tapped in. But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Shake those pearls, Meemaw.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
The Pennsylvania breeding program is the best program in the country. The Stallion Awards, the owner bonuses, also the restricted races and the stakes races for Pennsylvania breds. This year, 8 breeders are on track to earn over $200,000 in breeders' awards, and 2 could hit the $1 million mark. We have the best program in the country. Take advantage of the fantastic program that we have.
Learn more at pabred.com.
I'd like to present you with the first Smarty Hall of Fame bobblehead.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. Well, we can never have enough Smarty Jones. And DJ, you ran into somebody pretty important out at Equistar Farm.
I did. State Senator Chris Gebhardt, who represents that district, most of Lebanon County and some nearby counties as well. But he was there to present a certificate to Pat Chapman honoring Smarty Jones in the Hall of Fame. And he talked about Smarty. He talked about the importance of horse racing in Pennsylvania. Here's Senator Gebhardt.
We were informed that this is the first Senate citation that has ever been given to a horse. And they actually said they think it's the first one that's ever been given to an animal. So I mean, certainly, you know, we love to set historical precedents. So it certainly is my honor to present this to Mrs. Chapman, to the entire Chapman family, to Smarty. It's, you know, it's a great honor. It's an opportunity to celebrate.
Senator, what was it about Smarty Jones that so appealed to all these people of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania?
Well, I think the answer to that's pretty easy. He's the greatest horse that ever came out of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I think they're all here to celebrate that. And, you know, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome for the Commonwealth. You know, it's awesome for the Chapman family. And it's, you know, it's just an honor for everybody from the Commonwealth that we finally have a horse that's in the Hall of Fame.
And this is your district, to have the horse now residing here in Annville at Equistar, to have him in your district. What does that mean?
Honestly, we didn't know that until, you know, probably in the last year we found that out. And earlier this year, a little bit before the Kentucky Derby, we came out and visited with them. And we did a Facebook post about it. And the interaction that we got with it was amazing. And it really, really showed what the general public thinks about this horse.
And the sport in the Commonwealth, it's got a long tradition. I mean, you can go way back even before racing became legal here in the 60s and 70s. You're obviously in the legislature. You deal with this. How important is horse racing for the state?
I mean, I think it's, you know, it's really, really an important industry, and everybody just kind of looks at just the racing side of it. But when you look at the economic impact that we have from all the support organizations, you know, that are there to support the entire industry, I mean, it is billions of dollars, and it's absolutely vital and important that we at the legislative level understand that and do what we can to support it.
All right, let's get to some local racing. Well, we weren't racing here at Parx, so our trainers got on the van and shipped elsewhere. Well, this one takes place at Saratoga. We're taking a look at last Friday's fourth race, and the favorite happens to be Bobby Moscow, the trainer, Balenzen Day, and IRAD in the irons.
It was Parx North Day anyway, so why not have a horse at Parx? At 4-5, Bobby Moscow used to be with Linda Race. Now Bobby goes to Saratoga as the favorite.
And Winters goes second choice with IK Cantermarcy. The Cantermarcys also used to have a string here at Parx, but now they're based in New York.
I'm so impressed you could say that name correctly. That's very dazzling, Danny. Let's see how this horse does.
They string out over close to 20 lengths. The opening quarter went in 24 and 2. And so it's When Love Takes Over, leading by 2. Winters goes second. Now 3 more to Valenzuela Day and Arad Ortiz Jr. racing by himself with less than a half mile to go, and a half that went in 47 and 4. Tiberius Mercurius being worked upon between horses. He's got this, is just in front of him as Valenzuela Day starts to put the pressure on. Winters takes over. When Love Takes Over, backing up. Valenzuela Day with a huge surge on the outside, and Valenzuela Day is the one to beat at the top of the stretch. Winters will make him work for it, and he's got this, the fresh face on the outside as they come to the 8th pole. Valenzuela Day drifts in. He's got this on the outside, is coming. These are the 2 to decide it as they come to the 16th pole. Valenzuela Day, he's got this, 2 lengths back. Valenzuela Day in front and had something left. In fact, he pulls away.
Valenzuela Day with the win. Irad just with that patient ride. And got to give a shout out to Bella Moscow, Bobby's assistant. She took the van ride up with the groom Ralphie. And I just thought that was so cool that Bobby's daughter is now kind of taken over a little bit and got to come over with the horse. So great experience for them.
Got bet, got Irad, won by almost 4. Never in doubt.
And our good friend Maggie Wolfendale catches up with winning trainer Bobby Moscow.
Valenzuela Day, win number 11 in 27 starts. Please be joined by winning trainer Robert Moscow. And Robert, for a record like that, it's rather remarkable. We often don't see horses at any level have that many wins.
You're not kidding. I mean, when I first got the horse and I seen he was like 10 for 26, man, I hope I don't mess this up. I mean, Rocco, he'd be mad if I mess it up, but I thought he ran 2 good races. He trains really good, and he picked this spot out on last week. I'm like, wow, I thought we were going to Delaware. He goes, no, we're going to Saratoga. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Always great to have Maggie interviewing some of our horsemen, and she'll be joining us for the PA Derby broadcast. Always awesome to get to catch up with her and work with her.
September 20th, don't forget it.
It's getting close. We're getting excited. Well, let's go down 95 to Virginia at Colonial Downs, the $150,000 Van Cleef Stakes on the turf, 5.5 furlongs. And Whitty's not the favorite, but he's the one we got the eyes on.
Yeah, he's easy to find, Danny. He's at the back of the field. He's great, and he comes running at the finish. The question is, can he get there? This is a great story as you're watching this race coming up, but the real story was the Monday night prior at Saratoga Springs at the sales, and we'll tell you all about that after you watch Whitty flying by the field.
Izzy Vunga Vunga starting to move in, a joint 4th along with Step Forward. Had to have him, going to try to follow Izzy Vunga Vunga as the Petkoff's going to try to take the shortest way home. As they come into the stretch, Horsepower just in front of going up. Step Forward, Izzy Vunga Vunga being produced right down the far outside. Also trying to rally up is Had to Have Him. A slew of chances with an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Here comes Had to Have Him on the outside. Step Forward's in front. Whitty's flying right down the crown of the track. Whitty, Had to Have Him. These are the 2 that go on best. Whitty
always making it exciting. Jaime Rodriguez in the irons for owner, breeder, trainer Lizzie Merriman, and ZZ Zoom Zoom, what a damn she is.
A number of years ago, Lizzie got this mare for nothing. It was just given to her, ZZ Zoom Zoom. Caravel out of ZZ Zoom Zoom, right? I mean, over $1 million, won a Breeders' Cup turf. Whitty's over 900,000 now. She took a shot. She said, you know what, I'm really doing good with this mare. We're going to spend the money to breed her to Justify. Spent the money, $250,000. Last Monday night at Saratoga, or 2 Monday nights ago now, they put her in the auction ring and it kept going up and up and up. $1.4 million they got for the foal, the yearling foal by Justify, the colt.
The hammer down, and a relative to Whitty, a half. Hopefully we'll get to see her one day at Parx. It is a Pennsylvania bred, so pretty exciting stuff. ZZ Zoom Zoom, what a cool dam. The mom of Whitty, an awesome win for them.
And whatever this horse is eventually going to be named, we don't know yet, but yeah, it's going to be a scene. Can't wait to watch him run.
Something cool, I'm sure. Well, let's go out to California. Del Mar and Privman is back on the track. Bob Baffert. Now, where is this horse named from?
Yeah, named for our buddy Jay Privman. My first ever Derby, Danny, was 1984, and Jay had been there a couple times. I just happened to be seated next to him. I think Bruce 2 press boxes ago. It's been a while, but yeah, I happened to sit next to Jay, now retired from the racing for him. You met him when we went to the Derby in 2022. This horse is named for him. Impressive breaking his maiden. Can he get the next next step. And I'll tell you what, if he does, we might be seeing him here soon. Check it out. Here's Privman at Del Mar.
Tessuto, the leader. Privman moves up alongside. Now they're right together. Lyle's Song just in behind them. Vasa is fourth as they come to the top of the stretch. It is Tessuto and Privman. The two of them turn for home together. Lyle's Song is third. Privman drifting in here with a slight lead. Lyle's Song now coming up on the outside. Full of run. Lyle's Song taking command. Privman is back into second, fighting back. Privman's coming back. Lyle's Song. Privman's coming back. Oh, he just loves Del Mar.
All right, Privman gets it done. He's green, but you see there's a lot of talent there. It looked like he was beat by Lyle's Song, but he came back impressively for the win. You could tell he's got that grit, but a little bit to learn there
Yeah,
still.
and speaking of Justify, another son of Justify, 97 buyer. That's very competitive in a race here on September 20th. Jay really wants a cheesesteak. He hasn't been here for a while to get a cheesesteak. So Privman, the word is, he's going to get on a plane, come east, running the Pennsylvania Derby. Can't wait to see him. I don't think we'll get Bob Baffert. We'll get Jimmy Barnes, but Jay Privman, 100%, will be here to see his namesake.
Well, I'd love to show Privman around and get him that cheesesteak. Well, let's go back to Colonial Downs for the Grade 1 Arlington Million. So much history with this race. A 1.25 mile integration favorite.
Yeah, 3 to 5. Look, he's been involved in a lot of big races, and he's won some races, but he never quite wins the big one. He's 3 to 5 here. The other story is Mystic Dan, the Derby winner from last year, Danny, trying the turf for the first time. He's the one. Integration is the 8. Keep an eye on both of them, but that's not the only ones you should keep an eye on. Here's the Arlington Million.
Time Song, who starts that run toward the far turn. The lead is 3. Runaway Storm down to the inside of Mystic Dan. Integration still biding his time. Out in the clear is fourth. Now starting to inch forward in those green colors. Another length to Grand Sonata. Cairo starting to let loose. Hasn't been asked yet in Fort Washington Trails. Time Song still the leader around at the top of the stretch. Tries to kick away. Mystic Dan's running a good one in the first time on the lawn. Is just 2 lengths back. Integration. Cairo getting into gear on the outside. Time Song. Company is coming. Here's Mystic Dan. Here's Integration. Here's Cairo. Fort Washington letting loose right down the far outside has a tremendous kick. Grand Sonata goes to the rail. There's 6 across the course. Fort Washington. Integration. Grand Sonata. Mystic Dan right there in between them. 4 of them across. Fort Washington goes narrowly to the front. Grand Sonata down toward the inside. Integration is beaten today. Fort Washington. Grand Sonata. Fort Washington wins the Arlington Million.
Fort Washington down the outside with Junior Alvarado, Shug McGahee. Look, this horse just finally got his chance, but don't take anything away from Mystic Dan. First time on the turf, it is a totally different ball game, and the race structure is so different. I thought he ran really well for fourth.
He did, but Kenny's now talking about the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. We're trying to talk him in here to come run the Parx Dirt Mile on September 20th, to be determined where he'll run to get to the Breeders' Cup. But yeah, I'm with you. Shug won the race with the wrong horse, right? Fort Washington was the longer shot. He liked integration, but it's the Arlington Million now in Virginia. You got to love it.
Yeah, Shug with the first and third finish. Great race there, other rendition of the Arlington Million. But we're going to head to another break. When we come back, Dick cuts up with jockey Tyler Connor, who's recovering from a very serious injury from a fall recently at Colonial Downs. And we have more racing, great turf racing from Saratoga. Stick around.
An opulent restraint and Laura Lynn renewing their rivalry.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
The Pennsylvania breeding program is the best program in the country. The Stallion Awards, the owner bonuses, also the restricted races and the stakes races for Pennsylvania breds. This year, 8 breeders are on track to earn over $200,000 in breeders' awards, and 2 could hit the $1 million mark. We have the best program in the country. Take advantage of the fantastic program that we have.
Learn more at pabred.com.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we all know being a jockey is a very dangerous job, and the ambulance follows them for a reason. Tyler Connor, a very successful jockey that we all have gotten to enjoy watching, and we all just love. He had a really serious spill at Colonial. You actually ran into him out of Equistar Farm.
I did. He was there. There was a raffle on his behalf to try to raise some money for his recovery. The good news is Tyler's up and walking. He's got a neck brace on now. But Dani, we saw him at Monmouth Park in the winter circle after the Haskell, after he made a big score for me on Fierce and Strong on the Wolf Hill Stakes. I'd never met him before, but caught up with him, and everybody wanted to talk to him, and certainly we did. We wanted to talk to Tyler Connor. Here's Tyler. First of all, Tyler, people want to know, how are you doing after your accident at Colonial?
I'm doing okay. I'm getting better. I'm ahead of where I should be, I believe. So that's always nice to know. But every day is a little bit easier, you know. I mean, I still have a lot of numbness and stuff from like my shoulders down. So my hands don't work great, but I'm able to feed myself and things like that. So that's good. Therapy starts next week. So hopefully that kind of jumpstarts some progress and we can make some, you know, big jumps there.
And you were a regular rider at Penn where you had success for many, many years. I know you said that's it. You're not going to be going back to riding. How much are you going to miss it?
I'm only going to miss certain things, like winning for my family and riding horses like Fierce and Strong. Like those kind of days I really did enjoy. Riding for my dad, obviously, is always fun, and people that I care about. But the daily grind, I'm not going to miss it all. That was really tough on me. I've been struggling for years with trying to continue riding and things like that, just because it is so hard. And the lows are very low in this game, so it's hard to keep going with those kind of days. But yeah, just the family part of things. I'm going to be around still. You know, I'm not going to leave completely. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next, but I want to, if I do stay in the game, I want to make an impact in some way, so we're going to figure something out.
And what is this scene like today here at the farm to see all these people coming out for Smarty Jones a week after he was elected into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, it's very, I mean, I know everybody loves Smarty, but it's very overwhelming. I did not expect it to be this full right now, so it's really cool to see. I mean, obviously people love Smarty, so that's never going to end.
And I know there's a GoFundMe for you, and the fact that they have this raffle today to raise funds to help with your recovery, what's that mean to you?
It's really crazy to me, honestly. I didn't expect any of this. Like I said, I didn't start the GoFundMe, but it means a lot. Like I've never felt this much love and support from the industry before. So, and Rodney doing this is very special. It's very important. And I really appreciate everybody doing this.
Well, we all be rooting for Tyler in his recovery and whatever is next for this amazing young man. Well, let's get to best of the rest. Some top turf racing at Saratoga. This is the 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 2 Saratoga Oaks, $500,000 going that mile and 3/16. Laura Lynn, I don't want any more of her. I ran against her before. She's a beast.
She's never lost, Dani. She's 2-1 in this race. She's the 6th. Kendrick just kept her wide the whole way because he was so confident. The longer, the better. She just crushes this field. Probably the QE2 at Keeneland on the agenda, what it takes to get there, but 5 for 5 for Graham Motion, and our man Kendrick has been on for 4 of those wins.
Yeah, really cool win, and what a cool filly Graham Motion has. Looking forward to rooting her on as the year goes on.
And he won a yellow ribbon later that day at Del Mar, so Graham had himself some kind of a day on Saturday.
Graham is awesome. Love when he comes to Parx. All right, let's go to Saratoga. It's the Grade 1 Sword Dancer, $750,000, a really nice purse, 1.5 miles that long distance, and what a year for Godolphin.
Yeah, they're having a year like they always do. Far Bridge was your horse. You figured to get there. He's the 6th. It took a while for Joel Rosero to get this horse to the rail and never really was comfortable. Check out the 1, Flavian Pratt, last move, the Blue Silks, El Cordobes. He's the longer shot of the 2. I mean, Nation's Pride was in there for Godolphin. You can't stop them. They win again, again, and again, and again.
How cool, a son of Frankel winning for Charlie Appleby, Flavian Pratt, who is not the leader in the standings up at Saratoga, but he is unbelievable anyway.
You know what he is the leader in? Money One. He's winning the big ones.
He's making some cha-ching.
Yes,
that is for sure. Well, we're going to go to our final break, but you don't want to miss what's coming up because it's Eye on Racing. We got lots to talk about. We'll see you after this break.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided for over 4,000 former racehorses with a safe retirement.
These brave warriors do so much for the fans, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
It's a group effort by all the owners and the trainers, and we've helped so many horses.
Responding to the need of a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retirement of the equine population at Parx Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
It's awesome. I mean, these are the things that we deal with every day that put us into the game and make the game great. Without the horses, we have nothing.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
Aftercare, it takes all of us, and every single person is responsible for it. These horses give us everything on the track. It's up to us to give them everything off the track.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please contact us at turningforhome.org.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in.
But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Take those pearls, Meemaw.
We're back here at Let's Go Racing, and you want to get back here at Parx. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're back with live racing, but Monday starts off with a bang. Owners Appreciation Day, so all Parx owners, get out here, come join us for lunch, bring your owner's badge, and we're going to have some great giveaways of PTHA merch and a stakes race as well.
Indeed, and it's the best month of the year, obviously culminating on September 20th, PA Derby Day, the Derby, the Cotillion. We'll see who's coming as we get a little closer. Danny, I was at Equistar last Saturday for the, I'm calling it the Summer of Smarty Jones Love, and I said it concluded. I wrote about it on letsgoracingparx.com.
Talking about our champ, Hall of Fame induction, lots of love, lots of celebration, but a great way to wrap up a phenomenal story. And of course, Pat Chapman in the center of it all, getting to see her horse get the love and the recognition he deserves.
And all of the fans were there, the Smarty fans.
Well, that wraps it up for this week, but we can't wait to see you next week because we got a great show, a brewing, I have a feeling. Thanks for watching, DJ and I. We'll catch you next time on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the ray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the Cotillion.